This is a special report on the Hidden Killers podcast.
I'm Tony Bruschi. Thanks for joining us. It's been revealed that Bryan Kohberger, the person suspected of killing 4 students at the University of Idaho, was terminated from his position as a teaching assistant just days before he was taken into custody for the suspected murders of Kaylee Goncalves, Madison Mogen, Xana Kernodle, and Ethan Chapin. They were all stabbed to death in the early hours of November 13th after Kohberger, who's 28, is accused of entering into the rented home in Moscow, Idaho, and murdering all of them. At the time of the deaths, Kohberger was a PhD candidate in criminology and a teaching assistant at the Washington State University in neighboring Pullman, which is relatively about 10 minutes away from the University of Idaho. New reporting coming out from Banfield and News Nation that Kohberger had been issued multiple warnings by the university in the months leading up to his arrest, and he was officially fired from his position as a teaching assistant on December 19th. According to a report that was published on Tuesday by Banfield on News Nation, they cited multiple sources who requested anonymity. According to News Nation, a letter that was handed to Kohberger before he was dismissed indicated that he had a sexist attitude towards women that he interacted with at the institution, that he was rude to women, and that he evidently rated them differently than men. According to reports, the letter also provided a timeline of the events that led up to Kohberger's dismissal, beginning with an alleged altercation with a lecturer on September 23rd, just weeks into his job. According to News Nation, the letter claims that Kohberger and the professor got together on October 3rd to talk about professional behavior. According to News Nation, the letter claims that Kohberger and the professor got together on October 3rd to talk about professional behavior. It was stated that the letter makes that claim. It was then alleged that the professor sent Kohberger an email on the 21st of October to inform him that he had failed to satisfy the expectations that had been laid forth in the meeting earlier that month. They got together once more, November 12th, to talk about an improvement plan, and then got together once more on December 7th to talk about how well that plan was playing out. It should be noted, November 12th was the date of the improvement plan meeting. November 13th, in the very early morning hours, was the time of the murders. And according to reports, a second confrontation took place on December 9th between Kohberger and the professor. He was officially terminated 10 days later. Brian Enton, a reporter for News Nation, said a number of students had reported that Kohberger gave off weird vibes and that they got a creepy feeling from him. Other reports have come in that Kohberger was a hard grader. At one point, there was such an issue with the way that he was grading papers that a higher-level professor had to come and get involved. Kohberger is facing 4 counts of first-degree murder in addition to 1 count of burglary and the commission of a felony, although his attorney in Pennsylvania earlier stated that he was eager to be exonerated. He's not yet entered a plea, and a preliminary hearing is expected to take place on June 26. That's the latest that we have for you. Press subscribe wherever you download podcasts so you don't miss any breaking updates and discussions on this case as we have them for you. I'm Tony Bruschi. Thanks for listening.